We're joined now by Professor Stephen Farnsworth from the University of Mary Washington in Virginia. Professor, there's a lot to unravel tonight, but let's start with Trump's claim online about the Constitution that he now appears to be retracting despite keeping his post up. But with so many Republicans denouncing his statement, is Trump still the dominant force in the Republican Party?
Well, a lot of people have lost a lot of money betting that Donald Trump has finally gone too far. When you think back to the 2016 campaign and all the things that happened, it didn't matter. He became the nominee and he became the president. And so there is a skepticism, I think, wisely so, that this is the end of the Donald Trump story. Even when he says that the Constitution should be tossed aside and he should be put back in power, there were some Republicans, many prominent Republicans, who basically didn't even want to talk about that. And so you're looking at an environment where Donald Trump still generates a lot of fear among Republicans.
But all elected leaders swear to uphold the Constitution, so does calling for its suspension disqualify a presidential candidate?
Well, it doesn't disqualify them in any kind of legal sense. It should probably disqualify them in a political sense. But the silence that you're hearing from some prominent Republicans on this very clear abrogation of being a responsible public servant doesn't seem to have registered. You're looking at so many elected Republicans who would just as soon be done with Donald Trump, but they don't want to say anything against him because they don't want the wrath of Donald Trump supporters turned on themselves.
And turning now to the Twitter files and the way the social media company handled a story about Hunter Biden, the Democratic Party asking to remove certain posts. What was your take on this, and would this story have had a major impact on the election in 2020?
Well, I really don't think that this story would have had a major impact on the 2020 election had people known more about it. The reality was that Donald Trump wants to find any justification, any reason for believing that he was somehow deprived, that the voters were misled. But the evidence is pretty clear. Almost everybody who voted in 2020 was very clearly fixed on one side or the other. There was very little that was going to move them. We don't have that many swing voters in America. And to the extent people are really undecided, they're likely not to turn out at all.
Thank you so much, Professor Farnsworth, for joining us tonight on Trending Now.
Thank you.